Swaggy P, Nick Young, D'Angelo Russell's best friend. Call him whatever you want. The dude had a 12-year career in the NBA. Recently, he's been a more and more prominent part of Gil's Arena, which is a show I regularly watch, and I've been quite amazed at some of his takes. I know it's only opinions, yet sometimes you feel you would want to question his adequateness. And yes, it's been a long known fact that Nick Young, Swaggy P, might not be the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree. Yet he's been a well-known figure over the NBA, he's an NBA champion, a Hall of Famer, shacked in full, and has scored more than 8,000 points in his NBA career. But how good was Swaggy P? In the early parts of his career, Nick Young played for the Hamilton High School, Dorsey High School, and Cleveland High School, with most of the success coming in Cleveland, where as a senior he averaged 27.2 points and 10.8 rebounds. He had good size at 6'6" and 200 pounds, had some monster games with 56 points in one game, 23 rebounds in another one, and actually, after the season got good reviews from scouts and was rated amongst top 50 recruits back in 2004. For his college days, Young played for the University of Southern California. While his college career started slow with quite poor shooting numbers in his first year, for the next two, Swaggy P averaged more than 17 points per game, made All Pac-10 first team both seasons, and even led the team to a win over Kevin Durant's Texas Longhorns. For his whole college career, which lasted just 3 years, Young averaged 15.5 points and 5.1 rebounds, and he also improved his shooting splits every year. After 3 years in college, Young felt he was NBA ready, so he entered the 2007 NBA draft, where he was drafted with the 16th pick by the Washington Wizards. As expected, he had some struggles during his rookie year. He didn't play as much, but overall he had a pretty solid rookie campaign. He started just 2 games out of 75, played a bit more than 15 minutes per game, and averaged 7.5 points and 1.5 rebounds. Gradually, he became better, and Swaggy P played more and more with the Wizards, reaching the highest point in his 4th and final full season with the Wizards, where he started the majority of games played and ended up averaging 17.4 points and 38.7% from the three. During his Washington journey, he also caught a $10,000 fine by imitating the Gilbert Arenas gun incident, when he laughingly pointed a finger at his teammates like if he was shooting them. And of course, also had his share of dumb moments while playing. Behind all the antics on the court and in the locker rooms, Young had become a pretty good player. He didn't have a future in Washington though. The team wasn't going anywhere, and he still had pretty good value, so after 4.5 years in Washington, Young was traded to the LA Clippers, where he helped right away. His role diminished, yes, he wasn't playing as much, but he came up big in key moments, helping Clippers to make the playoffs for the first time in 6 years, and later also showed a bit of his skill in the playoffs. Even though his stint with the Clippers had its moments, the team didn't see him as a long-term investment, so after just 22 games with them, Swaggy P's next NBA stop was Philadelphia. His Philadelphia stint wasn't as memorable. He played there, mostly came off the bench, was okay, averaged 10.6 points in about 24 minutes per game, just another season. Oh, and he also had a few altercations with Patrick Beverley and Larry Sanders. Probably the funnest time of his career started when he joined the LA Lakers. First of all, from a basketball perspective, his first season with LA was pretty great by his standards. Young was even in the race for the Sixth Man of the Year award. He averaged almost 18 points per game, shot almost 39% from the three, and had a good run. He had a couple of 40-point games, a couple of 30-point games, and overall in only 7 out of 64 games he scored in single digits. Of course, you have to take into account that this was the season when Kobe Bryant barely played because of an injury, so everyone on the Lakers got way more shots than they deserved. He had 2 more quality seasons with the Lakers and overall spent 4 years in LA. Of course, during this time, he also had many famous and controversial moments. That's why I said it was probably the funnest time for Swaggy P. He could take wild shots during games. He celebrated a 3 he shot way too early because obviously he thought he'd make it, but he missed it, and in the end, it became a meme. He had his fair share of awkward interviews, for example, saying Swaggy P is a biblical name. He gave us the confused meme face, high-fiving teammates and getting ignored, playing defense for one game and then acting like he's a lockdown defender. He also tried to fight the whole Suns team after Alex Len hit him hard. Probably the most famous situation though, and not a too good situation for Swaggy P, happened in 2016, when his then teammate D'Angelo Russell recorded a secret conversation during which he talked about cheating on his then girlfriend Iggy Azalea. That video, of course, was leaked. It caused a major locker room drama, and up to this day, Young never misses a chance to laugh about Russell's shortcomings in basketball. He ended his Lakers stint by playing in only one of the last 17 regular season games, even though he was healthy. So Swag didn't exercise his option to extend the contract, became an unrestricted free agent, and signed with the Golden State Warriors. He had an awesome debut for them. Coming off the bench, in a loss, he hit 6 3-pointers and scored 23 points. But otherwise, the season was somewhat forgettable. He appeared in 80 games, yeah, but played only around 17 minutes per game and averaged 7.3 points. He was like the 8th or 9th guy off the bench. Okay, well, maybe forgettable is a strong word. After all, it was with the Warriors where Nick Young, Swaggy P, or D'Angelo Russell's best friend won his first and only NBA championship. Not that he had that much to do with it, since he only averaged 2.6 points during the playoffs, but he for sure acted like a champion during the parade, and even suggested that he should have a bigger role with the Warriors. After the parade, he also said that he wants to be a pirate, wherever that idea came from. In the end, he wasn't a pirate, and he didn't have a bigger role with the Warriors. In fact, he didn't have any role with them, since the Warriors didn't resign him. Instead, he wanted to continue his career in Denver, and he did, for 4 games before being waived. And that was it for his NBA career. In total, he played in 720 NBA games and averaged 11.4 points and 2 rebounds on 37.6% from the 3. So I guess you could say he even had an above-average NBA career. He wasn't anything special, but he had his moments. He was an average NBA player. For what he lacked in skill though, he surely compensated to us in fun moments. And he keeps doing that, live, on Gil's Arena, very frequently. He has made a good life, and he had a good career overall. Pretty good for not the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree. But hey, what do you think, guys? Was Swaggy P a good player? What's your best memory of him in the NBA? Please leave your comment down below. Don't forget to watch other videos on this channel like this one. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. This is Purple Prince, and I'm out.